Wine, are you going somewhere? Jungkook, yes, and don't wait for me, I will late, okay? She nodded and he kissed on her forehead, and after that he went out. She looked at her 3-year-old son who's playing with some stuffed toys. Sometimes you feel that he's cheating on you, but you always shrugged that thoughts. Now you went to your son and made him sit on your lap. You hugged him because when you fell down, you hugged him. Arthur Bob, you and Jungkook were married and had a sweet boy, but for a year you felt sudden change in Jungkook's behavior. It's not like he ignored your abuse, but you felt something change. Ryan, I hope you are not doing this to me. On the other hand, he's sitting on a chair and a girl in a tight dress came towards him. She sat on his lap and started seducing him. He enjoyed the moment without thinking about his wife and son. Jungkook, you are so amazing, Ari. She keeps doing her work. Do you like it? She asked seductively. Jungkook, yes. Flashback. Ari. Hi Jungkook, what's up? Jungkook, hi. Ari. We meet after a long time. Jungkook, yeah. Jungkook had a meeting with Ari's company. Ari is his old friend. The meeting goes well, but after Ari, where are you going in hurry, Jungkook? Jungkook, no, I'm not in hurry. It's my time to go home to my wife and son. Ari, so you are married? Jungkook, yes. After that. They start meeting daily because he collaborates with her company. She always wears pole dresses. He always tries to avoid her, but she keeps leaning herself on him. One day, Ryan don't know about this because she believes him so much. After that, he started cheating on her. He stayed in Aries' house. One day, he came back and sat with Ryan. But one thing broke her heart is that he smelled like lady's perfume. She didn't react and tried to calm. Next day, she went to his company and saw him. He's alone in his cabin. She entered with wild smile. He looked at her and smiled back. Jungkook, what are you doing here, my baby? Mayan, I came here to meet you. She sat on the couch. Suddenly, a girl in red tight dress entered and walked towards him. She didn't saw Mayan, but Jungkook stopped her in her tracks. Jungkook, Eri, meet my wife, Mayan. She made off face and meet her. When she came to her, the same fragrance is coming from her, which was coming from Jungkook few days before. Mayan, meet Aris. She is my business partner. Mayan, hi. After returning from there, she is silently crying in the car. She entered in her room and opened his closet. She saw few pics of him and Eddie together, and at that moment she broke into tears. She sat on the floor while crying loudly. Her son is also started crying while seeing her. He right before the pic is Eva is the most beautiful girl I ever met. She started crying while seeing their pic, but after seeing her son, she tried to calm him down. Mayan, stop crying, my son, my love. She controlled her tears and hugged him. At night, her son is sleeping, but she is crying continuously. She called him and he picked up the call, but she just heard the moans of him. Eddie picked her call and Jungkook don't know that Ryan is listening them. She hung up the call. Few days later, Jungkook, Ryan, are you ill, my love? He asked. Ryan felt disgusted when he called her love. Ryan, no, I'm okay. Jungkook, Ryan, I'm going on a trip and I came back after 1 week. She nodded and he went out. I know that he's going to marry her. She made a plan and also went behind him. On his wedding day, Christ, do you take her? His words gutted by Wine. Janku. He and Eri are happily standing there, but then Wine called him. Janku, Wine, he whispered. He clearly saw a tear. Wine, how can you do this to me? Janku, Wine, Eri, because he fell out of love, okay? And now he loves me, not you. She said. Janku, I'm sorry, Vayan. I love you, but I also love her. It's not a bad thing to get married again. We will stay together in one house. Vayan, how can you think that, huh? Suddenly she pulled out a gun and pointed at him. Janku, Vayan, are you man? What are you doing? Vayan, you hurt me so much. I can't handle this. Her hands are trembling, but then suddenly she heard gunshots. She looked back and saw a boy coming towards them furiously. Eri, Yongi? Mean Yongi, how dare you to cheat on me? How do you forget who I am? Eri, I can explain, Yongi. Yongi. Now it's time to die. His bodyguards surrounding them. Maya looked at him with his teary eyes. Yongi, is he your husband? She nodded. Janku, Wayan, please save me. He started begging. Min Yongi, do you think I will forgive you? How can you cheat on my stepsister? He shockingly looked at Wayan. Jungkook. So he is your stepbrother Min yes, and now ready to die. He shoot him and twice time. Ryan sat on the floor while crying. Yongi went to her and started patting her back. Yongi, don't cry. I hope you will find a better person than him. She nodded. Ryan, thank you, Pa. He smiled and they both went out. After 3 days later, he opened his eyes and said, Janku Ryan. He whispered. He tried to set up, but nurse, please lay down, sir. Jango, where is my wife? He asked. Nurse, are you married? He said yes. Nurse asked someone to care after that. Nobody came here. Jango, why? Jango, I'm going to leave you. I don't want to stay with you. I saved you because you are the father of my son, and I have nothing to say. He started crying after reading the letter. I'm sorry, Ryan. I love you. I don't know why I do this. 7 years later. Jungkook. In these 7 years, I never saw her. I searched her everywhere, but she disappeared. Now I am sitting on a bench while looking at the sky. This is the place we used to meet. She divorced me, and now I regret. I wiped the tears. I got up and saw Ryan. I was about to run and hug her, but then I saw a boy with her. They are walking on the road while holding hands. She is smiling, I think so. She is so happy with him. I turn and start walking to the other side of the road. Now I want her to be happy. I want to see my son and I hope she will let me to meet him. And I know that I will never fall in love again with someone